This is not the dumbest idea I've ever seen at Mini Mayhem, but it is really, really close. For the record, that is not Safety Chad approved.
Welcome back to another episode of What Am I Looking At Mini Mayhem Spring 2026. That being said, let's get after it. So, Weld.com came out here specifically to fix everybody's stuff when it breaks. I don't know if they know what they signed up for. As long as they don't pay too close attention to my welds, we'll be alright. So big shout out to Chad for taking the Mario Kart out and using it to tow our steerable chair for the first time. Everything was going really well until it wasn't. It went by, okay. It did not take us long to break that.
What did you do?
Sometimes you've got to do the hard research to find all your design flaws, and then it's back to the drawing board.
Don't try this at home. Never.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What exactly am I looking at here?
This is, technically, it's a 1969 Raider 10.
That's cool, man. I love the fenders.
Yeah.
That's so cool. License plates, floating license plate fenders. That's cool, man. Looks like a 212.
It's a bone stock 212.
Man, how fast does it go?
It'll run 40 miles an hour.
40 on this?
Yes.
You're a brave man.
Scary 40 miles an hour.
Oh, I bet. Every bit of it. But it's awesome looking. I love it, man.
Found out of just whatever crap I had laying around.
Scrap pile build?
Scrap pile build.
Love it. That's awesome.
It's got a Milwaukee battery for the headlights and stuff.
Yeah, you got to do the Milwaukee conversion.
Yeah.
So much easier.
So that's why I made these slider assemblies. The whole disc brake assembly and everything slides with the
Oh, that's
the
cool.
rear axle.
And it looks like it's just slotted angle.
It is. It's just slotted angle iron.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
That came out nice.
Right.
Oh, I bet it is. I might even take it for a rip if you'll let me.
You're more than welcome to.
Heck yeah. This on like smooth pavement with street tires would be gnarly.
Yeah, it mainly gets rode on the street all the time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
This thing's so cool, man. Thank you. This is awesome. So this next builder actually bought quite a few awesome builds, and he's also got a YouTube channel, so make sure you go check out What's Dale Building. So Honda Odyssey clone, and then I saw this thing. Hey man, what am I looking at and who are you?
My name's Dale. I've got a channel called What's Dale Building, and I built this little go-kart out of a leaf spring.
Out of a leaf spring.
A leaf spring, just a pickup leaf spring.
Man, I have seen some weird things out here, but a go-kart made out of a leaf spring and it's functional. This thing this is hilarious. I love this kind of stuff, man. So what is it made of aside from the leaf spring?
I used the front end out of a little Chinese four-wheeler, the rear end out of a little four-wheeler, just welded to the shackle of the leaf spring. It's just a cheap Amazon motor. I've been meaning to put a 30 series torque converter on it, but I just had a centrifugal sprocket on there, and I burned that up, and nobody had one. So this is what I came up with just to get me by for today. I just basically just a V-belt PTO.
PTO drive. I have never seen a PTO drive out here on anything but a tractor. That is top tier. I love that. That's awesome. This just looks fun. It looks dangerous, but it looks fun.
It wants to go like 40, 50 miles an hour.
On a leaf spring.
And it ain't happy when it isn't, because that belt just slipping on that pulley.
I'm here for it. Oddly enough, I saw this yesterday, and it was parked right next to a Honda Odyssey. And I got confused because I was like, that's not an Odyssey? I started calling it the Nodyssey. I've always wanted to do a Honda Odyssey clone build, and you beat me to it. And this thing is way better than I could have ever come up with, so tell me about this.
It's four-wheel drive.
It's full-time, four-wheel drive. Front and rear diffs. You have got to tell me about this.
Cars and Cameras did their four-wheel drive with the Timu kit, and I hopped on Amazon and they had the same kit, so I buy it now. So originally I was going to use a 250cc 6-speed motorcycle engine, but I smoked the CDI box and never got it going, so I just put a Predator 459 on it.
Tried and true.
With the Series 40 torque converter, and it actually goes pretty good. I got it geared pretty low, so it's torquey and I can control it. And it works pretty good.
And he did let me take this for a short little rip yesterday. I wasn't going to be the one to break it. This is really cool. It's super smooth. I wasn't expecting it to be, but it's like crazy smooth. So I took it out yesterday. This thing is a ball, and I bet it's a monster on the trails.
It beats you up a little, but it's fun.
I mean, you don't come to Busco for comfy rides anyway, so, but this thing is awesome, and when I go to build mine, I'm going to make sure I tag you in it, and I'm definitely going to be picking your brain, so.
And I built all the tools to bend all the fenders and to bend all these.
The aluminum fenders, it's just top tier, man. You got to show me this weird little steering setup here. This is cool.
Well, I'm kind of a fat boy, so to get in and out of that thing, I just put some tilt steering with a steering knuckle here, so you can just adjust and get in.
You got plenty of room to get in and out.
And then for my girls, I can lower it down so my girls can ride it.
I like it. That's awesome. So, once again, this is What'sdale Building. Y'all make sure you check him out, because if he does stuff like this, I can't wait to see what the future holds for you, man. This is awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
So he had one more surprise for us out here at the machine show. I need you to tell me what this is, because I'm having a hard time.
Apparently it's not a go-kart, because I called it a go-kart on my channel, and some people got mad that this is not a go-kart. Apparently it's an electric quad. I had built one kind of like it for my daughter.
Okay.
They got a smaller bikes, and it ran off a Ryobi drill, and it was really fun, and I'd always try and ride it, and I'd bend it because I was too big. So I wanted to build me a bigger one, and so I took two bikes, and I just cut off one of the handles, coupled them together, and welded just an axle between them, and hooked it to an 80-volt auger motor for like digging
Oh wow!
post holes.
I didn't even pay any attention to the drive line on this thing. This is wild.
It's just a 1-inch key shaft welded between the pedal hubs.
Right?
And then I tried
This
with bike
steering is crazy to me.
Yeah, the bike chain, I just some linkages, you know, and some Heim joints. Pretty simple.
Is that a blower motor?
It's an auger motor.
Auger motor, okay.
For like post hole drilling, because bikes turn at slow speed. You know, when you pedal, it doesn't go real fast.
Right.
So I needed something low RPM, high torque.
I love it.
So I used an auger motor, plus it had a steel frame, so it was really easy to weld to. And
Oh, that's perfect.
Welded, but the bike chains weren't tough enough. I kept breaking bike chains.
Right.
So I actually have number 50, like, heavy duty industrial
That is
chains.
the beefiest chain I've ever seen on a bicycle. That is wild, man. This is so cool. You brought the craziest stuff that I've seen so far.
Well, and these aren't even my best ideas. I got so many more things to build.
Y'all make sure you check out What'sdale Building. But hey, man, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
That was awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got to know, what is going on here? What am I looking at?
So this is a Suzuki TL1000S motorcycle engine.
So you shoved a liter bike engine in the passenger seat of what looks like maybe a hammerhead?
I'm not even sure what it is.
Like a hammerhead twister is what this looks like.
Facebook
And
Marketplace special.
there you go. It's one of those Ranwin parked go-karts.
Pretty much. Well, it had no engine on it when we got it. And we had a Briggs Stratton 16-horse V-twin, which we actually traded for this engine. And then I had to buy a wiring harness, airbox, radiator, battery, ECU, and a whole bunch. So I managed to shove this thing in here, and I had to run a jack shaft back here. Drive sprocket right there, and then we've got this one coming here, and the chain tensioner is on this because it doesn't have a whole lot of suspension travel, so chain tends to stay pretty tight.
So how long did this take you?
About 2 months.
About 2 months.
And a lot of that was just going through the massive headache of figuring out wiring.
So basically, if you've got 2 months and access to Facebook Marketplace, you could pretty much build one of these.
Basically. At about probably 800 to 1,000 bucks. Because a lot of the wiring and stuff is all just eBay.
Because I have watched y'all drive this thing around all weekend, and this thing is gnarly. Like,
it's nuts.
It is absolutely terrifying. I know the camera doesn't do it justice. When he pulled through camp with it, I was just like, why? But it looks like it's really fun.
It's very fun. We've got a heat shield right here so you don't cook your arm.
Yeah, fantastic.
Throttle adjustment right there, shifter, clutch.
Nice.
But I'll start it up real quick and just like...
Oh yeah, yeah, go ahead and give it a little rip out there. That's just first gear?
That's not even full throttle yet. That's probably full throttle.
That was awesome, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
So I was walking through and I noticed this, and it threw me off just because I've never seen a GY6 powered pit bike. So then I found the owner. So you tell me, what is this? What am I looking at?
This is a cheap Chinese moped.
Right. That's a pit bike, sir.
Okay. So if you cut it and you take about 9 inches out of the middle, and you take about 6 inches out of the top,
Okay.
you get to these dimensions. From there, it's just a matter of welding up whatever you got around. Some of this is made from an old stool. Some of this is made from galvanized pipe. But you make that seat and tank fit, you get that angle on the fender right, you put some dirt bike handlebars on it. I still got turn signals, I still got a horn, I still got a license plate.
This is street legal.
I drive this on the street.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Man, you gonna have me on Facebook Marketplace looking up a cheap moped? Why do y'all, I come out here and y'all do this to me every time, I swear. Not you specifically, just people in general. I end up wanting to buy a bunch of cool stuff.
We're not influencers, we're inspirers.
Yeah, you're bad influencers is what you are. This thing is so cool though, man. I mean, he actually let me take it out a little bit, and it's surprisingly super comfortable, and it actually gets down, especially on these street tires. I want to say these are what, like 13s that are on here?
13 up front, 12 in the back.
Yeah, these are big old tires, even for a moped.
Right.
Probably the most Mini Mayhem thing I've seen so far. So he took a CRF 450 sticker and cut it. You can barely see it right there. So it says 49. That's a 49. He's not lying. I love that. It's like great little detail.
It's a little bit rough in the dirt, it's a little bit terrible in the sand, but it's wonderful on the street.
Everything's terrible in this sand.
Right.
So, but this is so cool, man. Hey, I appreciate it.
Yes.
This is so cool. Thanks, man.
Right on.
So we had one that was a little bit different this time. Our buddy Chad from Chabricated actually brought his own burnout trailer, because not everybody wants to go out to the barn in the middle of the night to do burnouts. So keep it in camp, keep it all controlled, worked out really well. And it was an absolute smash hit. another Mini Mayhem in the books. Big thank you to everybody that took the time to interview with me and talk to me about their builds. I did not get to see all of them. I did not get to talk to everybody about their builds. There were so many more cool builds out there, and big respect to all of y'all. Also, big thank you to Cars and Cameras for once again throwing an awesome party. I've also got a list in the description with a whole list of YouTube channels that were there, making the whole thing that much more fun. And until next time, y'all, get up, get out there, and get after it.